Hello, everybody. It is Mezaturi. Here we are with BeamNG again, and I have today's video about my plans for when the RLS Career Overhaul mod releases for 034. As of right now, we are in another modded map I have taken a look at, more of something just to play around with and kind of have some fun with, maybe some side videos in the future. Not too sure, but it is here, and it is something that I think is pretty decent. I mean, I'm out towards the edge of the map, so things do cut, and as we may notice, there is a bus here. So, let's go ahead and take our bus on down the road here. And we're going to take a look at some videos today. Or videos. Some mods for the videos in the future. That's what I meant to say. So that we can understand, what I'm looking to do within the career mode in the future, with RLS and everything. It looks like, I did not see this when I was flying, but it looks like we have a bit of a blockage here. So the bus is going to either have to stop here, or maybe we can just squeeze on around. I think we can make it around here. I do want to apologize if there's any frame rate issues. I've not really tested this map to see how things handle. I expect, as it's smaller than the West Coast, for example, I expect it to do pretty good. Let's go ahead, get our lights on so you can see the dash. Gonna kind of cruise down here. See how quick this bus is. So this is based on the H series, the van, for the Gavril, the variant there. And they've got several different variants of the bus. Hoping maybe I can remove the seats and put in some storage, because this would be a nice vehicle to, say, do hauling in the RLS career overhaul and career mode and everything. But of course, we'll take a look at that today, and we'll go over some of the other mods that I'm interested in putting in as well to help out. Yeah, it does look like the mirrors here do not use the detailed variant, so we can't see the actual front of the bus or anything like that. It looks like the bus is about good for 90 miles an hour here, at least on the dirt. We're at 88, and we're not getting any quicker with that. Oh, 89, okay, maybe we can get a little bit faster, but ain't too bad. So as we come up here, take a little bit, get up here. I didn't think it was this far out that I actually was. We'll start to see the map, and this is more of something maybe I'll use for testing some of the off-road vehicles as we build them in the RLS Career Overhaul mod version of the career mode. I'll just simplify that to the career mode as from now on. Things easier. And it is East Coast Oregon, or Eastern Oregon, not East Coast. I mean, it is West Coast, actually, so got a sign back there. I didn't quite see what that said. We've got a little bit of a runway. We could do a little bit of a jump there, or for destruction, so see how good the bus does here now. We're gonna turn off traction control. It's a good thing we're empty. We don't have any passengers, because my goodness, they would be flying out of their seats here. And this would just be more of a generic style. There isn't really any off-roading or anything like that. I do want to try and look for some compatible and well-running good maps to take more extreme versions of our off-road vehicles off here. It looks like the bus is capable of at least making up some of the dirt here. So we've got a little bit of an RV grounds over there, some stuff like that. And then we've got here, basically the main office for the area. A little bit of a side trail. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty small map. I wouldn't say it's bad by any means. Bus really does not handle this very well. We are sliding everywhere, and now I don't know where I'm going to go from here. Maybe this will be the spot where, yeah, we're going to get stuck, I'm imagining. Didn't take it back. I kind of want to see how the bus deforms and how the mesh works, and see if everything actually looks good. So, try to get a little bit of speed off this rock here. I mean, that top cap is pretty darn sturdy. Looks like we are going to manage to roll here. There is an alarm in here. Yeah. So yeah, the cab itself does very well for the bus. Wondering if that's just like a generic tip over sensor style deal. I'm imagining probably so. No, we are fully on our sides, and the bus is not worried about it. Okay, well, anyway, we're gonna go ahead, park our bus here, shut her down, and we're gonna switch on over here. So firstly, we'll go through a couple of things. In case you were wondering, a lot of the stuff on GitHub, if you go to the actual page for where it's at, now some people when they develop stuff and use GitHub, they will be working on several projects. So it's a little bit of a sifting type of thing. But with RLS and Raceless, what he's doing here, just click on activity, and then you can get a list of things that have been going on. So you can kind of understand the direction that things are going with this release. We're going to work our way backwards down the list really quick, but it looks like he's added drag mission 1 and 2, but he does not have the bracket racing as of yet. Of course, this is still a beta for him. He's still working on it, so nothing's finalized. None of this is for sure going to stay. He's done some mergings, stuff like that. He's added more lights, so as was covered in his preview release, and if you got the early access version of it, you could definitely see that there were lights being added and everything within the map, so that way nighttime actually looks good and works well. Raised the taxi price, so I guess it's going to be more expensive than it was even previously, unless he lowered it at some point previous. Generic fix, insurance bug fix. He lowered the starting cash to 10,000, so it looks like that's all we'll start with. Some changes to the garages, changed the police to Bastion. So I'm guessing the police use the Bastion variants. That way maybe it can better keep up with everybody. Of course, you start out probably going to be a little overkill, but as you get into the later game and mid game of it, I'd say it's definitely easy to get away from them. So that may help with that. Cannot stage for another event while in an event, which is good. Um, Free roam events cannot walk. That's interesting. I'm no longer an issue, so that's good. Marker issues, mod script changes. This is all within the past week here. And we continue on down, and then we go back as far as 15 days ago, which is about as far as I would say we really need to worry about. It does say there's a cul-de-sac garage down here, so that may be garage area, for down on the suburbs kind of area there in the little cul-de-sac. So you may be able to own a home there and everything. Of course, as we get into it, we'll take a look at more what's finalized. He fixed the garages, race paddock garage, WC, the West Coast scene tree has been reorganized. And let's see, bugs, fix zones for garages, garage costs. There's the rolling day and night added to it. Storage based on the garages owned, which you covered. So that's a lot of this is now coming into where it's actually been covered. So that's basically what I can see in the activity that's been done so far. Nothing, that basically states, hey, well, can I actually, get on in and do anything? Because I can't download, I can't look at these, I can't click on them. There's nothing more that I can do besides reading what he has done. So very basic information, but it still hints at directions that things will go. Up next, we're going to take a look at the trailer ABS mod, which basically adds anti-lock brakes and brake thermal simulation to every vanilla trailer that currently lacks these features. So when we get the box trailer, the enclosed cargo trailer, the large box utility trailer, the flatbed, the tilt decks, or the travel trailer, it'll actually have ABS and the brakes can overheat, which has been a thing that, to my mind, is, so to speak, a bug with BeamNG because they added brake thermals so long ago, yet the trailers never got brake thermals, which I think is definitely needed because, I mean, it's realistic. If you overload a trailer going down a steep hill, you're using the trailer brake along with your vehicle's brakes, they will overheat, even in real life. It will happen. It's just a matter of time, and everything like that. So that'll definitely be helpful. Add that in. We'll have that to play with. And next, we got the Grant Gooseneck Wedge car trailer that I'm going to be adding in as well. So, as we've seen in the last series, if you did not, you can go ahead and check out. There's a whole playlist, so it's really easy. You can go ahead and put that on, watch some episodes. But in one of them, in the RLS Career Content Pack, there was a car trailer, more of a commercial style, dual deck, and I had an issue with the ramps essentially. Pull the ramps out, they worked fine, but damage the ramps before you push them back in, and the trailer literally exploded and severely aggravated me, to put it lightly. Because of course it's career mode, so it doesn't just respawn it. You actually got to worry about cost and everything. Or in my case, what I did is I went and loaded an autosave from previous, so I undid basically the damage that had been done by a mod that wasn't fully stable but included, which is okay because it could be 99.9% stable, and I just got that little tiny use case error there. But either way, I wanted to more focus on using this one because it also has the ramps, which will be very useful. As we can see in some of the pictures, like this one here, we take a look. We have got page not loading. I think that's my ad blocker or maybe something else. I'm not sure. But either way, we've got a fifth wheel here. So we can actually hook it up with a T series. So we can haul some heavier vehicles on it. It's got a also a gooseneck hitch. So it'll be able to handle some stuff with that. You can see some deformation that happens. Of course, if you overload the trailer here, it looks like with a steel roller. I'm guessing he dropped it on it, but looks pretty good there. I mean, overall, looks very nice. So ABS does come with it, but does not work very well, which is okay because it's still, if it works somewhat, that is better than nothing at all, like most vanillas are. And of course, we're fixing that. Objects can't be placed within the toolbox due to collisions, which I'm not really worried about. Playing in career mode, I'm not going to be placing stuff around. And decals and stickers, again, not something I'm really too worried about in the career mode. The rear tow hitch doesn't engage when hitting L. So that sounds to me like you can also put a hitch on the rear to get another different type of trailer or something. It looks to be very good. I've still got to actually test it, make sure it works and everything. So that's going to be the case with most of these mods, but I'm pretty certain that these are going to be okay, um, as they are just vehicle mods. But we will see what happens here, as we go through and get these going. Next, we got, of course, the Eastern Oregon map. This is just to show you guys what map I am currently on. It is a Gambler 500 map. It is a very nice map. Looks pretty good. It's not too big, so it's relatively easy for people even with lower end computers to run and try out. Definitely something to play around with. And then, of course, you had seen we have the Gavril H series Type A bus, which is, again, not a separate vehicle. It's all based on the H series. So a lot of that works nice. It works with bus routes. It does have some spiking issues with hard crashes, but I don't anticipate having that issue if I'm using in career mode. Anticipation being the key word because there are things that could happen. Of course, as you can see, there's different variants and everything, school buses, like the one I was running with the transit type of bus, all that kind of cool stuff. So it's a very good mod. And this is the part where I wanted to ask you guys to let me know about some other mods that you guys would be interested in seeing included inside of this. And the main thing I want to look for is things that are going to be compatible with 034. And also, I want to make sure they're kind of realistic to some extent, as well as working with, the career mode and the RLS career overhaul mod, stuff like that. So if there's anything you want to recommend, just double check there's no issues with that kind of thing as much as you can, at least before you recommend. I'd appreciate it. If not, that's okay. Of course, I'll go through and double check myself. Um, but yeah, I just want to add some more mods. Mainly want to look at some realistic stuff. So like, we can go into here. We can look at some tire thermal mods. The tire thermal and wear. I don't see that. It's because I typed it wrong. Tire wear with a Y. So we have the tire wear and thermals discussion. Here we go. So here's a work in progress lease type of deal, but it looks like we went into the discussion. But more than anything, I'm looking here and trying to see like if this has had any updates. And it doesn't look like it has anything since 031. So it may still work. I may still use it. It depends on how well it works with the tire thermals and wear. All sorts of different mods that we used from the previous one. If you're interested in what those were, you can check the description of any of the career mod videos, and that should show it. I mean, any after like episode 3 or 4, they usually have everything else included. I added a few as we went in. Um, but yeah, it definitely is a very good mod. There's other mods to look at as well. So just wanted to kind of do a quick little video going over that. And of course, we have all of our standard vehicles and everything here. So there's other vehicles to add. I might have to go in, do some value adjusting to make sure they aren't cheaty or too expensive either way for the career mode, but we'll have to take a look. I do have the wedge car trailer installed in here as well, so we can take a look real quick at that. You can see we got a 52-foot, and there's different deck heights. So essentially, how high it'll actually be up from there. So we got the gooseneck and the kingpins. The kingpin is actually the, so to speak, better term, I would say, but it's for the T series, the semis with that style of hitch on the back there. But we'll go ahead and just take a look at, like, for example, we could grab probably the 50-foot tandem dually axle. So it's a dual axle, dually tires, and I mean, it looks very nice. It's well detailed. Looks like things are very good. Go ahead and guess that's unlatching them, but I'm not sure how to get them out. This is obviously something I haven't tested or looked at or anything. I can see our license plate is reversed there. Have anything for the actual key binds on it. O does not work. K, no, not J. K, L, T, U, Y. None of that works. So I have to figure out how to exactly get the ramps out. Okay, so they go like that kind of a deal. It looks like there is a little bit of an oddity with doing that. So if I just slide these on out a bit. Yeah, that might be a small issue that way. I mean, it depends on if they fix the issue with not being able to use any of the node grabbing in the career overhaul mod. Let's see. So whip. That's going to be a little bit of a fun one. Figure out how to actually use that. I mean, it's very nice that they're very freestyle like that. Let's take this though somewhere a little bit more flat and open here, where I can actually use this. It's a pretty flat spot. Well, the grass detailing is very heavy in here, so that's where it's a little bit harder, as you can see. And I don't have it turned up any more than just 1.0, so that is something to note. You may have to mess with. Strange. I'm having a hard time getting this to actually attach here appropriately. Yeah, it just does not want to quite attach right, which it's okay. I'll play with it a little bit. We'll see what we can figure out. But wonder then does that mean if I were to detach them here and then try and reattach them here? Yeah, that might be a small issue. I may not be able to use them that way because I can't exactly do like this and throw them on in here in career mode, of course. Strength is very high considering. Trying to like it's trying to do node coupling is essentially what it looks like. Now that's pretty nice. Go ahead, pull this one. Oh, camera speed is insane yet. Let's go ahead and turn that down. Yeah, that was way up there. It should usually be around 20 to 25 in my opinion. That works pretty well. A little bit slow for kind of moving around the larger maps in free cam, but it does work. Try and get this on in here. So now it'll kind of slide into place. So yeah, and then it clicks in. So that's not too bad. Now, I guess if I have off-road vehicles, this would be a great trailer for that. So I don't have any of my other vehicles. Of course, these I cannot use because I do not have the mods for that. there should be, say, the pig. I accidentally double-clicked instead of spawning new. That's okay. Go ahead and do... Doesn't really matter. We'll just spawn in a new one. Anything really works at this point, and we'll take this little piggy on over. As long as I don't run into the trailer. There we go. And then, yeah, the off-roads, because of the ramp being... The wedge, I should say, of the trailer being a bit low. I mean, the trailer's obviously not connected, so we're having a little issue there. But as we can see, this worked nicely. And then we get a little bit of a lip here. And then we can just put our vehicles in like that. And that looks pretty good. Is there... Oh, there is this much. Okay. So hang on. If I take this back, that to me suggests... Lock the brakes up so hard there. That suggests those go forward. Yeah, okay. So then if I do use this, and I do manage to figure out how to use it without using the ramps, definitely take this on up and kind of like over the vehicle, so to speak, whatever vehicle I end up hauling it with. In this case, we got a gooseneck, so we could do like a dually or something. Here's the toolbox. Again, you can't really put stuff into, they said, but that's okay to me. Does just open normally, works fine. Here we got the raising and lowering of jacks. That's very nice and quick. That's very nice. And I don't think I see anything else for buttons to clicky on around here. Just wanted to triple check. Yeah, we got the attach and detach of different things back in there, and kind of standard, but it is a very nice looking trailer, I will admit. It looks to work very well. We even got some safety stickers down here. I mean, of course, they're going to be a little bit lower resolution, but no, actually, I'd say the resolution is pretty darn good. Even on the reflectives, we get the Grant in here. We get all of our tire sizes and pressures and everything. Our gross weight, so that's 21,000 pounds it can handle at maximum, according to the label. Of course, the mod may be actually different, but there's no way to tell until we actually try that out. As it says right here, maximum loaded trailer is the gross vehicle weight rating equals maximum cargo weight plus the weight of the empty trailer. So empty trailer itself looks like it is... How much here? So we can see the each axle weight, 7,000 pounds that it can take. And yeah, so we can see all these different ratings and everything. Nice little stickers, very good details, a very nice little mod for a trailer. I got to admit, that's very good, actually. Yeah, so let's go ahead and we're going to actually go into a career mode. And from what I had read in the update, it is best to just go and do this. And we're going to go ahead and put this in as rear looking. Oh, can't even type. There we go. Rear look. Oh, my keyboard does that once in a while with the K key. Good old Corsair hardware. It's reliable for the most part. There are some bugs, and I've seen some stuff. I've had some issues that others have had on Reddit with like the RGB and stuff, but that's besides the point. We're going to go pop into the career mode, take a look-see around, see how things feel and look really quick for a little bit, and get an idea in on what the updates and changes actually have been here. And of course, this is the first time I'm loading it in, so new shaders, new stuff like that, because that happens to change every single time you update the game. A new large version. Small versions don't tend to do that. So here we got an actual introduction into it. I believe this is still in there previously, but there we go. This is interesting. We actually spawn in the parking lot. We got some gates over here, a whole bunch of different stuff, and we complete some basic stuff to get on into a vehicle. This is pretty new. We can change our camera modes. Started the car for us. That was not me. I promise you that was not me. Wants me to rev the motor. Okay. Press the brakes, left, right. That's pretty cool. And of course, careful input, making sure we don't. So we're in arcade. I don't like arcade. And then it wants us to crash. There we go. Vehicle insurance and roadside assistance menu there. Of course, you guys could check this out too if you have the game. If not, we can go a little bit more in depth if you are interested in seeing that. Now we got to do the recovery. So it's got a recover and repair menu, but you don't typically get it that way. Wants me to open the map. And we can go ahead and take a look around here. It wants me to go for the gas station here. And set route. Close the map. Honestly, I haven't done any of the introductory type of stuff in a while with it. So this is definitely new to me. I don't know if this is new to 034 or when it was updated. Go ahead and drive the pants off this vehicle. We don't have police actively in here right now. Wants me to park right here. Yo. We can refuel the vehicle. It'll automatically turn it off. It looks like there's not very much fuel in there. The refueling, I think, is a relatively reasonable and realistic time on it. Doesn't exactly seem to be too slow or too quick. I do wish that the yeah, that's right. I got to hit back. They still haven't fixed it to where I can actually hit A and just continue through on the controller. Now it wants us to drive to a challenge location. Yeah, it definitely is an open differential Corvette. I mean, it's pretty normal. Holy cow, you just about took us out. And here is your first challenge. So we can, of course, see our new challenge menu here. This is what we'll be seeing in the RLS Career Overhaul mod, career mode, when I play it modded. And we can start the challenge. We'll get to kind of see some of the new UI, new stuff here. We'll get a little bit of a preview. They may do some changes. It's obviously not, anything that I can speak to. I don't know for sure. But they want us to go all the way back on over to the Belasco City Garage there. And still with BeamNG. Don't have the vehicle started. Giving us 10 minutes. I don't think it's going to take me that long. Just going to cut in front of this van and truck here, the Roamer. Are stopping a little bit far behind, in my opinion. And I don't have the Zeitz Graphics Utilities mod, so it may look a little bit different than some of my previous gameplay. Honestly, it does run smoother. So let me know, guys. Do you think I should still run some graphics mods with a little bit of choppiness I may experience, which is also going to be dependent on how my frame rate is affected with the lighting? Or should I just run it anyway and maybe do 30 FPS videos? I'm okay with doing 30 FPS videos if you guys are okay with it, but personally, I feel like 60 is a lot better. I wish YouTube at some point could do 120 FPS videos, because honestly, a lot of phones are 120 FPS. That's why you don't run intersections, and that's why you don't churn in front of traffic like that guy did. We're off to a great start. I gotta actually make it there. Got a little bit of a steering issue, but nothing massive. Little Corvette will keep going though. But yeah, I just want to kind of get you guys' thoughts on all that. Like 120 FPS, if YouTube did it, would be amazing. I know my phone, which is 4 years old, supports 120 FPS. A lot of them also 90, even just 90 frames would be nice for an option. I think stuff like that, a lot of people's hardware can handle that, typically speaking. Kind of moving slowly into that point in time now. Oh, he's going to do that, yep. I've got it full throttle here. As we can see, that front end is mangled. Somehow the car is still going. Look out his bumper. He's mad, definitely, but you know, my road. This is gonna be my area. Boy. Watch that wall. I just about took out the rest of this car. That would have done it, and I would have had to restart. We managed to make it. All right, and here we go. We didn't use any vehicle recovery. We did everything here, so it gives us 900 credits right there, actually, for completing the tutorial, which is pretty cool. So I may do that just to give me a bit of a start in the career overhaul mod mode thing. Dingy dingy. But yeah, go ahead. We got to purchase a vehicle here. And of course, we get some of the stuff about dynamic inventory. You can do your try before you buy, all that good stuff. Let's see. It says that we have to inspect first, basically. Okay. So again, we get these vehicles, and the BX series is almost always my go-to because it has the most power, so it helps, most power to weight, and it helps us to kind of get moving through things a bit quicker. So we first have to inspect the vehicle. That's what it wants us to do. And now we can look around, do what we want, start the vehicle, grab the pants off of it. And of course, very basic, simple little car. And then I could trade in the tutorial vehicle to get another 5,000 credits off. So that it leaves me at a total price of 3,000 credits. Beam bucks, which I think is pretty good. Now we get, of course, that, which I don't know why it only went halfway. Just to go on into the garage here. Ding, ding, ding. I don't know why it did it that way, but it did. Shut down our motor. We step on out. It wants us to go over to the computer. Of course, this is all basic stuff now. What we've seen. To go in, look at doing some of this stuff. So we want some cargo stuff. So we can install the cargo box in the trunk. That's what it wants us to do. So yeah, we got repair costs. All that stuff's now active. Everything's good. It looks like we're pretty much done. And it's talking about the drift signs, which I still don't know if I'm going to see them or not. But hopefully we can find those. I do want to see, we got 7,500 credits. Just about, I mean, this is obviously not the long-term playing here, but putting in some stuff to help with the speed of it, basically. So radiator, high performance, let's put that in there. And we'll probably just go ahead and put a stage 1 performance block on in there. That should do us pretty good for getting around a little quicker. So we've gotten the career introductory bit done. Definitely a slower car. And of course, we have no police. This is default version, so we just drive around, do what we want here, take a look at some different things. Ooh, man, that was close. Again, we got some bus stops that have been changed around here. Wonder if you can actually buy a bus and do bus missions in the career mode. I've never tried it, and I've never really looked into seeing if that's an option. Our box there has shifted a little bit. It's kind of looking weird. I'm sorry. I'm going to hold up traffic. I don't need to do that. There we go. So if we go into the map itself, I believe they added some extra stuff, but I'm not 100% sure now. In the career menu, of course, this is all changed. So in our progress tab, they've moved around some stuff. So in specialized, We got Pursuit and Evasion. We got just mini games in the Adventurer now. Cargo Delivery and Cargo Jockey and the Laborer. And as far as motorsports, we got time trials and the standard stuff. Got all these different organizations. Of course, we haven't discovered anything because we just started. And what I was trying to look for is if we go up here, see some of the basic race. A lot of this stuff looks the same. They do have single swing, circuit drift, and corkscrew, which these are new. So let's see. These are all going to take place on the other side of the racetrack here. Wish there was a way to get on over from here, but there really isn't. So, unfortunately, got to drive all the way around the circle. Try not to run into anybody here. Oh, got this roamer coming on through. Got a little bit of heaviness on the traffic here. They're all getting ready because they know that I'm coming by to do some drifting. I'm surprised I managed to make that corner, to be honest. Ooh, that was very close to being perfect. And honestly, for an almost stock car, I think that's pretty good. So here we got circuit drift. So they'll set up a little circuit in here. We can see we can choose different things as well. Gymkhana boot camp, single swing, and the corkscrew. Some more of an introductory style deal. Looks like the controller actually works. So we got the blue block, the blue buck, or our standard vehicles. We use the blue buck here, of course. And okay, so hitting B takes me out of it. Go ahead and just start the challenge here. And we'll let that load for a little bit. Second. We'll get going here. All right. And we can see a little bit of a circuit here. Looks pretty nice. 6,500 points is the bonus. There's the objective, the main objective. The combo of 4 with 10,000 points is the big one here. Of course, it doesn't really matter too much. Close call on that one. That's pretty cool. You can actually see the angle of the drift there. Undamaged car, but they put barriers there. I think they could put the barriers up further, honestly, if anything. We got our combo points and everything there. Of course, we're just taking a look at some of these new challenges. I'll go ahead and do these, of course, as we get into the career mod deal. I did want to also take a look at, we got single swing and corkscrew. So we're going to be taking the BX series of their own choice there. Go ahead and check them out. Right, so this one, they want me to remain in second gear, keeping the drift angle as little as possible to avoid spinning around, and do not hesitate to decelerate when needed. Their goal is to earn as many points as possible, and then to get points to get big angle. But they say to keep the angle a little. I don't know. I guess the point will be to go around this loop the best that I can. I guess technically I did it. I got 2,000 or 3,831 points, which means I got everything there. So I have completed that mission as well. That's pretty simple. It's a very basic little deal for learning how to drift, but I wanted to see if we can kind of unlock some of the more serious challenges here. Of course, these will be in free roam, I believe, as well. So in the corkscrew, it's a similar deal, except I think they want us to hit all 3 stunt zones. So they want us to hit the cone, going through those 2 cones there, and then around the circle. I don't know how many times they want us to go around, though. You have to hit all 3 zones, qualify. Okay. Ran out of time. Okay, so they really do time you tightly on that. So I actually have to make it around this. Oh, I was so close to hitting that too. This one is pretty tough, I will be honest. The car is pretty hard to keep, like, from spinning out, basically. There we go. I more ran over the pole, so it wasn't actually right, but did get everything. So that was pretty good. Nice new challenges that they got in here. That really doesn't give me anything new that I can see, though. So if we actually take a look here in this one, now we got the corkscrew, everything's done. Port side slide, they want that one is probably the next. So we have to go all the way on over to the island. But again, since we don't have any police, that'll be a bit easier. And it wants us to go that way, but I think we all know the fastest way here. Just dive on down into here. Does drift a little bit, but really not very well. Oh, okay, maybe a little. No, never mind. I take that back. Throw right into reverse, kind of pulling away from the wall. And I'll try taking a different shortcut here. See if it's actually a shorter cut or a longer cut. You know, I'm not too sure on how it will do for us, but either way, we will get there. Going as quick as I can to get on through this. Roughness here, I keep forgetting about that, but we should be okay. Minor damage, nothing to worry about, of course. We come up, and then we should be able to go down and around the canyon side, kind of the cliff side, I mean. Oh my goodness, I was so close to that wall. No expert at drifting, but for some reason, these base vehicles I handle pretty all right. I mean, it's kind of hard to not spin out when you get really big into angle because you don't have a lot of steering angle to counter like that. Put it down at a first to try to engine brake a little bit to pull us back, but we don't have a limited slip, so it really doesn't work too well. And really close to the border, the barrier there. Could have used with putting a new ECU on here, but that's okay. Holy cow, that's funny. The van wasn't what honked, even though I hit the van. It was actually the other car. There we go. Just squeeze on around quick. That's right. Get out of my way. Find it funny. I really didn't do too much to my car, but pushed his door in pretty good there. All right. We got lots of traffic here. Holy cow. Got ourselves a speeding ticket, which only cost us $35 here. It does not really matter. The save is pretty much only going to be used exclusively here. I think this one, if I remember correctly, is not a new one. I think I covered this in the 033 update. But I want to run it here, try to get something decent out of it to try and hopefully unlock the some more, I should say, of these missions so we can kind of peek at them, if anything. But we'll take a look here. Can't quite do it, apparently. There we go, we hit the pole, it's perfect. Hit another pole, but also messed up the car a little bit. Yeah, I can't even steer anymore. I gotta restart. And the directional pad does nothing. Oh, there we go. Submit score early now. There's no icon, which is kind of weird, but ignore that right now. Definitely getting a good bit of points this time. It wasn't really how I wanted it to go, but that worked for some reason. Got just 12 seconds, so let's try and hit a couple more of these to get a little bit more on the points. Try and really swing her around here. No, it said I crashed. That was a bump, man. That was totally just a bumper bump. It was a little bit aggressive, I will admit, but I don't think that was an actual crash myself. You can see there's a little red line actually that goes around that circle to indicate whether or not it is actually ready again to be drifted through. Did it really just cancel it on me? Again. That's not okay with me. One more try. If not, then I'll have to give up on it, but I'm just gonna go straight into third gear here so I can hold some big wide angles now. Hopefully it registers that way. Dependent on the angle you drift through to get points. There we go. All right. Lost it again, and I just don't want that to happen at all. It keeps... So, there must be a bug, because now this time I had everything, and it did not count it. Do I have to actually submit the points before the timer's up? Like, that must be what's happening here. So, that needs to be updated and fixed, unfortunately, it seems. So I don't know if there's any others really for the drifting that are new. First steps. Begin your racing journey on the simple loop track. Clearly marked with barrier guidance. So this I think is new yet as well in the time trial. I know they added some stuff, so this is some barriers. That's all the way over there, and we are almost to our hour. What I did want to look at, and what was seen, and I tried to look at before in the 034 update video, was there should have been a drift zone. I'm not sure if there's a prerequisite to actually unlock those, or if there's something wrong with my game itself, but... Oh, yeah. That was a bit steep. Keep forgetting. I was playing around with that other car so much, I forgot just how much this is not for drifting, really. Everybody's trying to get over. We're just gonna scrape the wall a bit. That's a new type of honking. I haven't heard that before, where they actually spam the horn. Before it used to be just a hold it or something like that. But he's actually spamming the horn there. Had an accident forgiveness already. That's kind of funny. Might need it. Oh my goodness. There's the sign, and you can see a little line there. Okay, so we need to actually drift through the sign mill, get it to register and start. We got to be in active drift mode. It's not going to be easy with this car at all. Apparently, but that did not work. But we can at least see that it's there. So that's what they will look like. Pull off here. We can see that there's a little blue sign, slidey, there's a line. So that's what you'll look for if you're playing in free roam or in career mode. Try those out. We have a little bit of a hole here. And that's my parking spot. But I think, guys, that's where we're going to end. Like trying to say and end at the same time. But that's where we're going to end the episode for today. And if you enjoyed today's episode and you enjoy this style of content, going through some of the new stuff, let me know down in the comments. We will be getting back into some of the RLS Career Overhaul mod once it is fully released. I was interested in doing some of the beta stuff, but to be honest, being beta means there's changes and potential for us making progress that may end up being null and void by the final release. Very hard to say. But if you did not like today's episode, you can go down to the comments and let me know what you did not like. And definitely go ahead and check out my Discord. Otherwise, guys, take care. Bye-bye.